Lions TV, this is the Den Daily, bringing you all the latest gossip, views and transfer news from in and around the Den. As we know, it is January and the January transfer window is open. As of yet, still no incomings to SE16. However, today the news has emerged that another player could be leaving the Den, and I'm talking about Leeds loanee Charlie Creswell. I've heard rumours about this, and I'm sure you've seen them as well over the past couple of weeks. But today we've had something a little bit more firm and definitely concrete. And it's come from this guy, Phil Hay, on Twitter. Now, if you don't know who Phil Hay is, I did not to look him up. He's got 250,000 followers. He is an author for Leeds United, and he also writes for The Athletic. And there you go. He's saying it's increasingly looking that Leeds will bring back Charlie Creswell, as he hasn't been, playing enough in the league, and there's other interest from championship clubs. So, there you go. I'll put a post out on social media. Let's cover Charlie Creswell first, and then let's look into afterwards where that leaves us. At the minute, it's looking like it might leave us as a five-a-side team by the end of the transfer window. But look, Charlie Creswell is young, and I don't want to bury him. I wish him nothing but the best if this does happen, which it's, as I said, looking increasingly like it will. He came to the club, and of all the players we brought in the summer, when Afobe came back, Honeyman, Shackleton, and the others we signed, Fleming. If you look back at the videos that I did of the players coming in, Cresswell actually got the most views. It was one that a lot of you were very excited about. I was, however, I'm a strong believer in trying to nurture our own players through. And when we got Cresswell, we got told he's destined for big things. He's an England under-19 international. Leeds rate him highly. I was actually saying a few fans, it's surprised we got him, as they was maybe expecting him to be involved in their first team squad this season. But it hasn't worked out for Cresswell, in my opinion. And I do wish him all the best and hope he goes on to have a great career. But what we've seen, and I'm talking about his showreel, and I'm sure he's got the same editor as Yuri Skalak. But what we've seen in that showreel, for me, doesn't marry up. The Championship is a different speed, tempo, different world, really, to the Championship. And a few games he has played, the Premier League, a few games he has played in there. But, he's not for me. He's rash. He's slow. He makes bad decisions. His passing range is nothing like what we saw. What we have seen from him that is positive is that he gives 100%, and you can't knock him for that. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He took a big whack, didn't he, recently, in a game which saw a player get a straight red, and he got up and he carried on the game. He's done good things at the other end of the pitch, which is not really where we relied on him. Of course, first game of the season, he not only keeps a clean sheet, but gets a double in that game. He was our top scorer for a while. Other memories that sticking out to me was a really good goal at Preston away. Of course, in the game we won 4-2. Was it in the end at Preston? But for me, and I put this on social media earlier, and people said, I said he's miles off the Championship, and a few people said that's harsh. Someone said he's class, that's harsh in the other way. Okay, maybe it's harsh, he's absolutely miles off, but I had such big expectation of him that didn't materialise. I'm not going to say it hurt me that we got what we got, but he definitely isn't anywhere near it. And as I said, I wish him all the best if he does go, which it is looking like he will. Other Championship interest, I can't see where from, if I'm honest. I mean, if it's a team any lower than us, he's going to get even more defending to do, which isn't going to be good for him. And a team higher than us, I can't really see it. Look, we're currently 6th, could potentially go 4th if we win our game in hand. So it's looking like he's going to go. We wish him all the best if he does go. Where does it leave us? Well, look, it leaves us in this situation now. And this is another reason I wasn't overly keen on him coming in the first place. Wind it back a year, we got Daniel Ballard. Now, we got told there's Daniel Ballard, have a look at him, and he was brilliant for us, Ballard, defensively. Very brave as well, like Cresswell. We knew there could be a future with Millwall Football Club and Daniel Ballard. We got told from day one, Cresswell won't be staying at Millwall. I mean, the ironic thing is, as he progresses in his career, unless he improves dramatically, I think Millwall will be above the level he's at. But look, we knew we couldn't keep him, and that pushed to the background Hayden Willis and Alex Mitchell, two players that I like, two players that I've watched come a long way at the club. Very different types of players involved in pre-season matches. Previous to that, Hayden had been involved in the first team during lockdown. And as a result of Cresswell being around it, you can't blame Cresswell completely. I'm not blaming Cresswell, but the situation with Cresswell at the club, Hayden Willis now been told that he can leave. The other guy in question, Big Al, there he is. Shout out to Al. Shout out to his old man, the real Paul Mitchell. Look, Alex is out on loan. He's been on the fringes of it a couple of times with our first team. He scored in pre-season against Arsenal, didn't he? But he's been sent out to St Johnstone, and we're in really good things. Of course, a little bit of a hub for loanees of ours over the years. I expect the club now to bring him back in January and have him doing the Cresswell in and around it role, which may be frustrating for Al because he's been a never present for St Johnstone. I'm hearing really good things about his time up there, but I'm sure he'd rather be at his home club. I'm sure he'd rather be waiting in the wings. No disrespect to Scottish football, but being around the Championship. Other than that, of course, we've got Ryan Leonard, who was back on the bench fit Saturday. He can play centre back, and George Evans as well can also fill that void. Although I'll let you into a little secret, I've heard a whisper that George Evans could be leaving the club. But look, it's come, as I said, from this guy, Phil Hay. It's come from good stock. It's come from a reliable source. That Charlie Creswell is potentially going to be recalled by Leeds. Look, it could be a bit of Troy Parrott as well, and it, where it just wasn't the right fit for him at Millwall, and he could go on leaps and bounds elsewhere. I personally just can't see it, if I'm honest. But look, if he does go, I wish him all the best. I hope the club are either going to bring back Big Al or they've got other options lined up. And I really hope we start hearing other rumours of strikers, forward-thinking players coming in over the coming days, because I think the transfer window closes in, what is it now? Let's have a look at the old blower. It is about 21 days. Still plenty of time, but let's try and get things done a little bit early because we are light on the ground in the forward areas. I see a lot of people today spouting around the Jamal Lowe is deal done thing. I've heard nothing on that. Absolutely nothing. But as soon as I hear anything else, I will let you know. But the news today is Charlie Creswell is expected to return to his parent club, Leeds, in the very near future. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.